What is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, back again with another MLB video, and we got some interesting topics today. I'm going to kind of go ahead and not edit this video. It's just going to be kind of a rant for you guys about these MLB standings that they just came out with. Now, I'll be honest, the offseason's not completely over. There's still some good relievers to be signed. There's still a few names out there. Nobody's super big. We kind of had all the big names like JT Realmuto and Trevor Bauer signed, but they're still mainly in the relief pitching market. There's still some key names to sign. But realistically, I think we have a pretty good idea of what teams are going to be contenders next year, which teams are not. Once everyone I feel like is of value has signed, I will be having some videos out to you guys showing my exact rankings. But today we're just going to roast MLB's list. If you guys haven't already seen on Twitter today, I saw this list on MLB. I'll put it on screen for you here. And these are the MLB projected rankings of both the American League and the National League next year. And, you know, yeah, let's talk about it in just a second. Now, I also stream on Twitch, NMR Sports on Twitch. You can find the link in the description of this video as well, where we can talk all about baseball. I also have a Discord where you can throw your freezing cold or your hot takes. If you see a freezing cold take, you can throw it in there, kind of thing. So that's really fun. And yeah, I'm also giving away a free copy of MLB The Show 21 for Xbox or PlayStation. Just go ahead, click on this video up ahead, and then you'll be redirected to that video. All you got to do is like it and subscribe, and you'll automatically be entered to win that giveaway. So be sure to enter that, and the giveaway goes live, I think, on Monday. So see you guys then. Let's go ahead and talk about this MLB rankings list. Now, my last two videos, I've started off with the American League first and then gone to the National League. So let's start off with the National League. We're going to start off in the most exciting division, I feel like, the National League East. Now, the National League East, I don't have that big of a problem with, except for what the hell are the Atlanta Braves doing in fourth place? You literally have the Phillies in your division. Why are you calling the Atlanta Braves a fourth place team? Philly is like some foreign language for fourth place team. I believe that's what it means. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it means. I don't know what language it is, but Philadelphia Phillies are a fourth place team. I'm sorry. The Atlanta Braves are not worse than the Phillies, and they're not worse than the Nationals. The Nationals, I'm high on them. I like them. I do think they're a third place team, but I just don't believe that you put the Braves in fourth place. I understand that the Braves, the Phillies, and the Nationals in this projection is all one game apart, but still, realistically speaking, you can't put the Braves below both of those teams. I think they'll have at least 5 games on both of those teams by the end of next year. I just can't believe that they would do this to the Braves. Braves have been done dirty, and I do think they're a little bit high on the Mets. 96 wins is kind of reasonable, I think, for them. I'd probably put them in the low 90s, personally, like 92, 93 wins. I do think they make a playoff spot, but I don't know, man. Especially if the Braves win more games than 82 games, like they're saying. I think it'll be a very close battle in the low 90s between the Braves and the New York Mets. So we're going to have to see, man. I do not like their projections on the NL East one bit. I just can't believe you would do that. Barely 500 team, the Atlanta Braves. I understand the Miami Marlins being 68-94. That makes sense. I do think the Marlins will be a little better than that as well. I do think the Marlins maybe win 70 games at least. I'd say 70, 75 wins is a pretty reasonable expectation from the Marlins. I'm sure the Phillies will find a way to choke and win less than 80 games or something, but realistically speaking, you just can't put the Braves. You cannot put the Braves in fourth place. I'm going to say it again. You cannot put the Braves in fourth place in this division. There's no way. They're not better. They're not worse than the Nationals. They're not worse than the Phillies. End of story, period. I don't know what else to say on that. Now, when it comes to the National League Central, another kind of mind blower. How do you put the Cardinals in third place as an exactly 500 team? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I understand the National League Central is the worst division in baseball, although the AL West is close. That's just a fact. But the Cardinals are the best team in this division, and this is projections. I like the Brewers a lot. I do personally enjoy the Brewers. I could definitely see the Brewers winning the division. But these are projections, my guy. If we're projecting things, you're going to look at the best team on paper, and you're going to put them in first place. It's very simple. Patrick started it in SpongeBob. Why don't we take the best team and push them to the first place slot? It's very, very simple. Cardinals should be in first place on this projections. I could see the Brewers in second. I could see the Cubs or the Reds in third, and then Cubs or Reds in fourth. And then I don't think it's that hot of a take to say that the Pirates could lose 110 games. I don't know what the all-time loss record is off the top of my head. But the Pirates might be coming for it next year. Low-key, man. Low-key. It was probably set by one of those bad Astros teams a few years ago. So yeah, definitely Pirates lose 105 games. That's my hot take for this division. But overall, it's not that terrible of a list. I just think you need to switch out you know, just move the Cardinals to the top, push everybody else down, and you're fine. But Cardinals not a 500 team, slightly above 500. I'd say low 90s, kind of like the Mets, 90, 91 wins. Now we hop over to the National League West. In the National League West, honestly, this is the first time I'm looking at it. I don't disagree. Dodgers 103 and 59. I think that's pretty reasonable. Maybe even a little bit more games, honestly. That's what we expect. That's how high our expectations are of the Dodgers. 96 wins from the Padres. That is a definite possibility. 96 and 66 for them. I do not have the Diamondbacks as the third place team in this division, though. I do have the Giants a little bit better than the Diamondbacks. Maybe win 80 games. It'll be close. The Diamondback or the Giants might be a 500 team. You know, 81. I could definitely see the Giants doing that. I think so the only thing I would really change on this list was put the Giants ahead of the Diamondbacks here. And the Rockies losing 102 games. That's kind of interesting. I probably, realistically, especially if they end up trading German Marquez at some point during the season and or Trevor Story, which I do think is going to happen, I could definitely see the Rockies losing 100 games next year. So realistically, the NOS is good. I would just flip-flop the Diamondbacks and the Giants. And honestly, the Giants have had a really good offseason, and the Diamondbacks really haven't done anything to improve. And the Giants were better than the Diamondbacks last year. So there's nothing on that team that makes me think that the Diamondbacks will overtake the Giants as third place in the division. But then again, you're all fighting for third place. Might as well just get a better draft pick. Honestly, you should be rooting for your team to lose the West. So Rockies fans, you should be stoked. Anyways, NOS, pretty good. I'll give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up for me. Alrighty then, let's head on over to the American League. Starting off with the AL East, with the Yankees winning 97 games. The Rays in second place, winning 86 games. Blue Jays in third at 85. Red Sox in fourth at 80 wins. And then we're going to go with the Baltimore Orioles at 66 and 96. This is an interesting projection here. If I'm being completely honest, I've been very vocal on not liking the Rays going into next season. I know I'm going to be disappointed, and the Rays are going to be absolutely amazing, and I'm going to look stupid. You guys can clip all the stuff you want, but I'm still going to put the Rays fighting with the Red Sox for a fourth place team. I'm going to go Yankees win 100 games, probably exactly 100 games, maybe 162 or 101 and 61, something like that. I will put the Blue Jays probably winning upwards of 88 to 90 games, something like that. The Blue Jays probably win 90 games. I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's pretty reasonable expectation of them. I know they don't have the best pitching, but they do have a very solid lineup and a very solid bullpen. And Ryu is a very good number one starter for them. Not one of the best in baseball, but a very, very solid starter for the last few years. Then I would probably put the Rays in third, but they're very close to the Red Sox, especially with the Red Sox getting Chris Sale back and Eduardo Rodriguez. Let's see. Who else did they acquire? Hunter Renfroe is there with them this season. Kike Hernandez is going to be a nice utility guy. They still have one of the better offenses in all of baseball. They just traded Andrew Benintendi, but I don't think that's a big loss for them. So then we're going to go with the Tampa Bay Rays in fourth place. Yeah, like I said, they're pretty much on the same level with the Red Sox, in my opinion. I'm just putting them below so I can have hot takes on here. Realistically speaking, I'm sure Luis Patino is going to come out and be absolutely lights out for them next year, because that's just what the Rays do. And Glasnow is probably going to have more control next year now that he's in that kind of ace role where he needs to be that guy. Who knows? Chris Sale could be back on his you know, top pitcher grind back there in Tampa Bay. So we're going to have to see with that starting rotation. They still have a phenomenal bullpen out there. Nick Anderson had an absolutely amazing year last year. They got that stable full of guys who throw 101 or whatever. Their offense is pretty good. Randy Arozarena is going to be playing a full season next year, which is very exciting for me. Kevin Kiermaier was actually pretty good in the postseason, low-key. Obviously, he's more known for defense. They still have guys like Austin Meadows and Brandon Lau who are really good. They brought back Mike Zunino, which he's got some power, but I don't know, kind of an interesting move bringing him back. Realistically, I do really like the Rays, but I do think they're on kind of a similar level to the Red Sox right now. Will they probably go out and blow me away and win first place in the AL East? Probably. That's just what the Rays do. But on paper, I'm projecting them as a fourth place team in this division. And then the Orioles are definitely not as bad as some of these last place teams in the division, but unfortunately the rest of their division is so stacked. Even with Trey Mancini coming back, I could see them winning 70 games, but not much more than that. So around 66, I feel like it's a pretty good projection for them. I don't think that's that far off. Now moving on to the AL Central. MLB, I'm a square up right now. I put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Put it back. The White Sox are not a third place team. I will pick up my microphone and speak directly into it. MLB, the White Sox are not a third place team. They are not a third place team. Where do you get that idea? Bro, I am a White Sox fan in 2021. They are going to win the division. It's not even going to be close. They're probably going to win triple-digit games, my guys. They're going to win triple-digit games. And you have them as a third place team, barely over 500? Excuse me? MLB, you're just wrong. I don't even want to talk about the rest of the division. You were so wrong on this, man. The White Sox are so much better than the Indians and the Minnesota Twins. The Twins, I do think, could win 90 games. I really can't even talk about the rest of the division. Okay, White Sox, 162 wins, 162-0 easily. Then you have the Twins, probably 90 games. I think that's pretty reasonable for them. Realistically, I could see, bro, okay, this is another hot take here. I could see the Royals overtaking the Indians, or the Cleveland baseball team. I don't know what they're going to be called next year. I think they are sticking with the Indians for one more year, actually. Anyways, I do think the Kansas City Royals, with all these new additions they have, low-key, the Kansas City Royals are a team to watch in this division to take over third place. They're probably not a playoff team, but they definitely could take over third place in this division over the Cleveland baseball team or whatever they're called. Then we are going to put either the Cleveland baseball team, Indians, or Kansas City Royals in that 4th spot. And then the Tigers, 67-95, I think is pretty realistic. They're another team kind of like the Orioles, where they've made a lot of good moves this offseason, where I do think they could win 70 or more games, but they're definitely not. They're definitely going to be the last place team in this division. They just don't have the pitching, they don't have the bullpen, and their guys, even the good guys that they do have, are either really old or really young. Maybe in a few years they'll be able to compete in this division. But yeah, Tigers last place. Royals are Indians 4, Royals are Indians 3, Twins 2, White Sox easily number 1 by far, not even close. Now we have reached the home of my Anaheim Angels, or Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. The AL West, honestly, I don't really disagree with this prediction. If I disagree with anything, it actually might be with the Angels being projected as a wildcard team. I do think the AL East might have all 3 wildcard, or both wildcard spots, sorry. The AL West, probably whoever wins the division is going to win 90 or less games. I could honestly see the division winner being worse than the NL Central, winning like 89, 88 games. I do think the Astros are probably still the best team in this division. It's very, very close now that they lost guys like Roberto Osuna. Justin Verlander is going to be out. They lost George Springer. I do realistically think that the Angels could win the division. I do think the A's could win the division. I do think the Astros could win the division. I might, honestly, the Mariners could even surprise us. If Jared Kelenic comes up and plays like an MVP, they just don't really have the pitching. That's the only thing for them. But the Angels have a great lineup, no pitching. The A's are just the A's. I don't know. Elvis Andrus was their biggest acquisition this offseason. It's hard to get excited about that team. And then the Astros still have a lot of good pieces on that team. That's the only reason that I think that they're going to win the division. But realistically, 93-69, Angels at 87-75, A's at 80-82. Mariners 70-win team, and then Rangers 67 wins. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is almost exactly right. I think everyone always gives the Angels too much credit in these preseason predictions, though. If the Angels are a 3rd or 4th place team, I won't be surprised. But if they win the division, I also won't be surprised. AL West is kind of a crapshoot right now of bad teams, where the AL East is kind of a crapshoot of good teams. The AL West is a crapshoot of bad teams. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Obviously, I hope my Angels do something crazy, but on paper right now, I don't see the Angels as a 1st place team yet. Now I gotta cool off a little bit. That is going to do it for us in this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoy the content. We're gonna have a crazy year. I am so excited to talk more about baseball with you guys. I do have a Discord if you want to throw your own takes into there. We can have an argument about that. I stream on Twitch every now and then. I'm gonna be streaming tonight, so if you guys want to hit a follow on that, we can talk more about baseball there. It is almost baseball season. Y'all gotta get hyped. I do have some excitement videos on my page as well. One thing to be excited about. All sorts of things. I also run a podcast, the Diamond in the Rough podcast. That link will be in the description as well, where we talk all about baseball. You know, we're gonna get into a big fight on this next week. I think we're actually recording an episode tomorrow, so that should be live tomorrow night, and you guys can see that there. So if you need more baseball stuff, literally every link in the description, that is where you want to be. I also have Twitter and Instagram, NMR Sports 30. That'll be down there below. So thank you guys so much for watching today. Don't forget to enter that giveaway for MLB The Show 21 if you want to win a free copy of that. There's no really harm in entering, right? Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you all in the next video.